Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's StepsBasic and welcome back to my community show. The show where we take a moment from playing video games to talk about video games and the community. First, a couple of quick announcements. One, I'm going to be postponing my Mass Effect 3 playthroughs for a little bit, or Mass Effect 4 playthroughs for a little bit, so I can figure out how I'm going to make it more YouTube friendly, because it's kind of I mean, like that last episode was literally just all dialogue and running around. I cut out all the times that I walked around and it was still a 45-minute video. 45 minutes of listening to people talk. Well, that can be interesting to some people, but honestly, depends on the topic and you know, whatever. So I'm going to be reworking that and seeing what I can do to make that more entertaining, as it were. My second announcement is that I'm going to be returning to 2 videos a week, 2 videos a day, starting this next week. So that's something to look forward to. I know I've been neglecting a lot of my series and stuff, and I haven't played Resident Evil before like 1 episode, and I want to get back to that, and that was pretty fun. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. With summer fast approaching, you know, kids gonna be out of school for the summer. Kind of not sure how the summer's going to look as far as that. Maybe I'll limit my editing and still put up 2 videos a day. But with a kid, it's kind of hard to dedicate so much time to, you know, video editing and whatnot. This is not just, you know, this is fun and I enjoy it, but it's not the most important thing in my life. So today's topic, it doesn't necessarily involve gamers, but as I promised last week, I was going to be discussing this, and it does tangentially tie into gamers, especially gamers who play on YouTube. So, as you can probably tell, my topic today is YouTube. So anyway, what are the issues about YouTube that I wish to raise up here? Well, first of all, there's restricted mode, which a lot of people are complaining about because, oh my god, if you're on restricted mode, you can't see my stuff. What the heck? And then, of course, there's the whole ad boycott and everything that's going on. And every YouTuber, big and small, is feeling the pinprick of that. Of course, the smaller ones are feeling it even more. Because literally, I have no estimated revenue. Okay, so I didn't really get into YouTube to make a buck, so to speak. I mean, I did monetize my channel, and I do make a pittance, literally, on all my videos. And so, you know, I am technically getting money from it, but I didn't sign up originally to make money. I signed up to make videos, you know, for entertainment purposes. Well, technically, if you really must know, I started my YouTube career, as it were, posting my Kickstarter videos on YouTube to try to drum up some views from other people and hopefully get some donations and whatnot. Didn't work out, but then I found out that I really liked editing. My history with YouTube starts all the way back at the beginning. I think maybe the first video I ever watched online was on YouTube. And of course I didn't do a whole lot online when I was a kid, so I wasn't really privy to all the videos before YouTube and stuff before YouTube. And I was in the Navy when YouTube first came out. So that was kind of fun, that was neat. I didn't really get into the whole creating process of it until a year and a half ago, maybe? I don't remember the exact timeline, but yeah, you know. And, you know, I've found that it's been enjoyable, not just watching, but creating itself. And I've seen communities grow huge on here, you know, like I always talk about Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. And that was literally why I decided I wanted to do this. And, you know, I was thinking to myself, what are we going to do to make this entertaining? And I'm like, I don't know. Basically just cloning other people right now. And branching out from there and deciding where I want to go, because I want to build a huge community, not to make money, even though that would be a good side effect, but to help, like Markiplier always does, you know, funding, helping charities and whatnot, and helping to draw attention to things and helping other people to get big. And you know, that's the sort of thing I wanted to do because, well, I'm an idealist and I think that I can save the world. And, you know, that's what I intend to do with my future career here on YouTube, and I hope YouTube sticks around as a platform so that I can realize this dream. Because, let's face it, helping the world is a good thing to do. A good thing to plan for, and that's what I kind of want. Okay, so first let's talk about restricted mode. I decided, just as a test to see what would happen if I put myself on restricted mode and I looked at my channel. My main channel, there was nothing wrong. Every video showed up, at least all that I could remember showed up, and that was fine. That's cool. I don't really put any controversial stuff over there, and I'm not really a controversial type of person, really. And then I looked at my gaming channel. That was the funny part. I mean, I don't know if it's changed since I looked, because it was a few days ago, but every video was blocked with the exception of episode 6 to 34 of Final Fantasy VII. I was like, I mean, technically I look at the titles of some of my videos, and I'm like, Final Fantasy VII is a very PG-13-ish video game. And, I looked at some of the titles, and I'm like, okay, the first episode I can kind of see because I titled it When Domestic Terrorism is a Good Thing or something like that. And, that was kind of interesting. But, I thought that was kind of funny. I'm not the only person affected by restricted mode. Obviously, people wouldn't be complaining about it if they weren't affected by it. So, think about it. If some innocuous things on my channel have been censored, like Unravel and Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time and Little Big Planet are all shielded during restricted mode, I'm like, this doesn't make a lick of sense at all. But so other people have been having the same issues, and some other topics, some controversial topics are censored, and I'm like, what the heck? But anyway, truth be told, though, I'd have to say that my thoughts on restricted mode are it's not a bad idea. I've had issues, like, I did the Outlast series, and I wanted to put that behind a mature block. People only over the age of such and such, or listed as mature on their thing, can watch it. Because I'm a father, and I don't want my kid watching Outlast Whistleblower with the groom part. And, I want to put that on restricted mode, or I want to put that behind a block. Unfortunately, you cannot monetize stuff that's on a mature block. Restricted mode, however, takes things around that. And I'm like, I like this. This is good. The problem is the implementation. Of course, YouTube has actually come out and apologized about this, so, that's not too bad of a thing. And, of course, it's something you can opt into. You're not automatically forced into restricted mode. You don't have to worry about it if you don't opt into it. And that's a good thing. If they forced it on everybody and you had to go and physically turn it off, that might be something I'd be grumpy about. But even if you could opt out, that still wouldn't make it too off of that. If they forced it completely and you automatically had to use it, that would be a problem. But, like I said, if you're going to implement this thing and you implement it well, it could be such a good thing. Because, like I said earlier, I'm a father, and my kid, I don't want her watching some things like huge explosions killed 9 people. I don't want her to see the dead bodies or anything. I don't mind her hearing about it so much, but I don't want her seeing it. At least not yet, not until she's older, not until she can actually understand it a little bit better. So it could be a good thing if it's well implemented. But now for the ad problem, which is the biggest problem facing YouTube at the moment. Now, I'm going to speculate on this, but I'm pretty sure that this all derives from the Wall Street Journal again. Not just the PewDiePie scandal, which I addressed a few episodes ago, but they recently took a bunch of clips from videos of YouTube videos that were demonstrably racist or demonstrably hate-fueled rhetoric. I'm trying to find a good word to use there. And they found the ads and took the screenshot and sent it like, hey Coke, why are you supporting racism? And, hey, insert brand name here, why are you supporting terrorism? And of course the ads looked at this, the advertising companies looked at this and said, okay, we're going to stop. Now, of course, it's all speculation. I can't say for sure that it was completely the Wall Street Journal's fault, but I do kind of wonder, why are they targeting YouTube? And of course, Wall Street Journal wasn't the only people who did this. I mean, they imply terrorism from Google. You know, Google is supporting terrorism. Google is supporting racism. No, they're not really supporting this stuff. They're just, you know, putting ads on their creators' videos and, you know, whatnot. And of course, you know, there was the whole Daily Mail, George Sprav thing, you know, the Slingshot channel. He was like, oh, look at Google blood money, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, seriously. If you go and watch this guy's channel, the video that they call out is him pointing to a civilian stab-proof vest, not a military, not a police stab-proof vest, a civilian offered stab-proof vest, and he does what any good consumer should do and tests it. And they're like, oh, he's talking about how you can kill cops. I'm like, don't be stupid. Special nod to Philip Franco. Anyway, so my opinion on this, well, I don't blame YouTube, I don't blame Google, and I don't blame the ads. I do, however, blame people who actually post this stuff. They're allowed to talk what they want to talk, but I do not believe that they should be getting these ads, and here's why. Something I have not seen anyone actually point out is everyone knows that if you see an ad, you know it doesn't necessarily support what you're watching. You're seeing an ad that's targeted at you. I.e., if you see Coke, it's because you look up Coke. But what people don't seem to have noticed and don't seem to have pointed out is that these videos are monetized if you're seeing ads on them. And as such, the ad company is paying Google, which is paying YouTube, which is paying the creator. And the creator is creating this stuff. So, by circuitous motion, they are funding these people, even if they aren't doing it because they're mostly just doing it because they haven't checked yet. They haven't been reported yet. And, you know, that's an understandable thing. And if the ads don't want to pay for this stuff, they are paying for it. So pulling out is not too bad of a thing. However, I do believe that there are steps that Google should be able to take. I mean, Google has responsibilities not just to make money, but also has responsibilities to its employees. I mean, granted, I'm not a big employee. I'm basically like lower than the mailroom right now. But Google has a responsibility to us as creators as well as to the ad companies. And Google is bending over to the ad companies, and, you know, a bow, because any other bending over would be kind of inappropriate. Anyway, but they're basically just bowing to the demands of the ad companies, and as such, us creators are suffering. And, you know, Google and YouTube, as far as I understand, are trying to find workarounds, i.e., like they have the new implementation of the whole 10,000 lifetime views thing, which is not bad for some people. People like me, though. I mean, I have 1,400 views on one channel. I don't remember what the numbers are on my other channel. I'll probably put it like right here. And, you know, I have those views on my channel, and I don't know when I'm going to reach 10,000 views, but until then I can't make money. But of course, like I said, I didn't really join this to make money, so I like that they're taking steps to kind of ensure. Because you would expect them to at least catch these bad sites and demonetize them before they reach 10,000 views, so arguably they won't get any ad revenue. I do like that Google is kind of taking responsibility for this and trying to implement a way that's not going to completely screw us over. There is the other option, the other thing I'm thinking about. We as creators have a responsibility to YouTube as well. Now, I'm all about free speech, and I say go ahead and say whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, but you're always subject to backlash for what you say. If you say something stupid, expect to be called stupid, as it were. That's important to me. It helps to not only support and defend free speech, but also helps to weed out bad ideas. That's why I say don't censor bad ideas. Let them see the light of day and wither in the sunlight. So us as creators, what can we do? Well, for one thing, we actually do kind of have the power to cut out ads. Now, admittedly, it involves paying Google directly, and that's what I actually intend to do because, quite frankly, I'm tired of ad companies holding complete and total sway over YouTube and YouTube creators, because without ads, we get no money. Of course, without creators, Google gets no money, so we should be taken care of too. But I don't think that we should be hurting YouTube because of this. Because again, they have to cover themselves as well. Because if there's enough media backlash and everything, YouTube will suffer because of it. So what I am going to be doing is I am going to be signing up for YouTube Red. Now, from what I understand, and may be incorrect, and I hope that you correct me if I am wrong, the YouTube Red, you pay $15 a month, I think, and you basically get ad-free, and your creators that you watch make money off of your views. Now, I've seen some YouTube Red things on my analytics that pop up, and I've made a cent off of a YouTube Red view. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. I like that. I imagine the percentage is higher for bigger YouTubers than I am, but I can't really say for sure because I don't really understand how it works. But that cuts around the ads. And that's something I plan to do. I need to make sure that I'm understood that I am not telling you to do this. This is what I intend to do. This is what I am going to do. If you do not like the idea of paying for what is arguably a free service, you don't have to do what I'm doing. Anyway, I think that's enough of me rambling about stuff that everyone's already rambled about. Anyway, as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and poke that like button for me. I'd like to know your opinion on these things, so if you feel the need to, you can comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, when I can, if I can, you know, all that jazz. And, yeah, tune in next time where I promise we will have a happier topic. Like, I don't know, kicking puppies or something. No, I'm lying. We're not going to be talking about kicking puppies, unless we're going to be saying kicking puppies is bad. Anyway, thank you again. Tune in next time, and until then, night.